Good morning, Staley. My name is Ward Mershon.
And I'm Hannah Palmeter. Welcome to Bird's Eye View.
This is a special episode of STTV featuring in-depth pieces from our daily show and unaired original stories.
We have a lot in store for you today.
That we do, Hannah. For the first time in history of the North Kansas City School District, a softball team won state, our softball team. Reporter Bo Baker met with some members of the team to find out more about the win.
Your Staley softball girls are the 2015 Missouri Class 4A state champions. They talked to me a little bit about what it took them to get to where they stand today.
It's more than just talent, because we've always been a talented group. I think there was a resiliency with them.
It took a lot of hard work, a lot of practices, but also just like a lot of teamwork and a lot of team trust.
Just the closeness of our team this year. There wasn't any difference in the talent between the 2 years, just the bonds that we had this year.
They also talked about how it feels to make Staley history this year.
I'm just really proud of the girls. They do all the work. As I tell them, I just wave my arms around.
Going into it, I wasn't too sure about the season, but when we finally came together and we showed who we were, I knew we were going to be amazing.
It's really like a surreal experience. I remember we were just getting ready to end the game and we were all staring at each other with big smiles on our face.
All good things must come to an end. So the ladies talk about how it feels to have their season ended, even though it was ended on top.
It's sad. I feel sad that it's over. I don't want it to be over.
I love this game with everything. And knowing that I won't play with these girls again is really, really bad.
I believe that we have won.
Congratulations, ladies, on the record-setting season. It was well-earned and well-deserved. For STTV, this has been Bo Baker, signing off.
Coach Jairus Tapp said at the beginning of the season that this team was a team of destiny, and they proved him right.
Softball players are not the only ones making history. School counselor Rob Lundeen was one of 6 counselors across the country nominated to win the Counselor of the Year award. SCTV's Derek Johnson and Maddie Burtis have the story.
This year's Staley counselor Rob Lundeen was nominated for Counselor of the Year by the American School Counselor Association. So we went to him to see what this award was all about.
Counselor of the Year is a process that kind of starts at the local level. And it kind of highlights and recognizes a counselor or a program or department who has exceeded all different areas of the model guidance program. And so it's a recognition that works its way up from the city level to the state level and all the way to the national level. When you're nominated, you're recommended from administrators, you're recommended from parents, you're recommended from students, and your colleagues that you work with. And so there's letters of recommendation, there's paperwork that you have to submit and questions you have to answer. And they also have to show that your counseling program is a very good program, in which we at Staley here are very fortunate that we have great counselors, we have great staff in our Student Support Center, and we're all a team. And so it kind of highlights our whole department. It kind of recognizes, hey, our counseling department is top notch, and we're one of the best in the state, and we're one of the best in the country too.
This has been Derek Johnson and Maddie Burtis for SCTV News.
Lundeen will go to Washington, D.C. and meet First Lady Michelle Obama to find out the winner.
We have a strong orchestra program, and this fall their Halloween concert was a hit. SCTV's Lexi Knight and Cindy No have more.
This past Sunday was the orchestra Halloween concert. Band, many staff members, and even the district superintendent made a special appearance in the music and narration.
The band played with us this concert, and also we got to dress up in costumes rather than black shirt and black pants. I thought it went really well. I liked how we played in the dark, and I really liked our twinkle lights.
With the first 14 songs leaving the audience immersed in feelings of mystery and eeriness, the final 2 tied the concert back together with old classics including Phantom of the Opera and Ghostbusters.
This one has been more themed, and it's a lot more fun with themes because it narrows just the music down really to a fine point, and it makes picking music a lot easier, and a lot more people know this type of music, so they enjoy it a lot more.
This evening performance was a great experience for the audience as well as the students playing in it.
Felt really good. was a lot of fun music, and the kids did really nicely.
I feel it went pretty great. I mean, it was very tiring.
I like being in orchestra because it's fun and you get to play a lot of music that you've like heard on the radio and all that.
Orchestra will continue to work hard for upcoming competitions and concerts throughout the rest of the year and the years coming. This has been Lexi Knight and Cindy Ngo reporting for STTV.
Orchestra is not the only musical group drawing in audiences at Staley. The choir also had a big performance in October. Reporter Derek Johnson caught up with some members of the choir to find out more.
On October 4th, Staley choirs went to Our Lady of Perpetual Help Redemptorist Catholic Church to perform Mozart's Requiem. This was a big deal for them with the Requiem being 50 minutes long. So let's check in with a couple Staley choir singers to see how they thought it went.
It was pretty intense. We didn't have a very long time before we had to perform, so we knew that as soon as the shotgun fired, we had to go running and do the best we could. So it took a lot of energy, it took a lot of time, and we had to spend a lot of time outside of class working. It worked out in the end, thankfully, but up until that point, it was really time-consuming and a difficult process.
It felt really cool to be in the church, surrounded by everybody, and like we all knew that we could do it. It was really fun to hear how well it came out. It was the best concert of my life so far.
I'm really excited to sing it again, but like everything that happened with everyone working really, really hard and brought us together as a choir a lot sooner, and it was incredible and something that I had never experienced and that no one else has before. So I'm really grateful for it, and I'm excited to keep going.
This has been Derek Johnson reporting for SCTV News.
We've told you about softball, but it is not the only team that had a strong season. Tennis had their first singles player go to state, and cheerleaders earned second at state. Here's Ward Michon with the fall sports wrap-up.
Hail to the Falcons. We always soar with pride, it's true. Green, black, and silver, we're Staley Falcons through and through. Pride, honor, excellence, it's who we are and what we do. The Falcons are soaring, the fans are roaring. To Staley, we'll be true. Here's your fall sports wrap-up. Enjoy. Thanks again to all the athletes, coaches, students, and teachers for making this a memorable fall sports season for Staley High School. History was made, awards were won, and legacies were built that will last a lifetime. This has been your STTV sports staff, signing off.
Our district is #1 worldwide, but it's not an honor we were seeking. We are Blue Coat's #1 user of Netflix worldwide, logging years of browsing time during the school day. Here's Adam Fries with more.
Recently, the North Kansas City School District has been named #1 in the world, not in grades or attendance, but in Netflix and Facebook usage. Blue Coat, the servers that monitor the students' and staff's laptops, notified the district that North Kansas City, Oak Park, Staley, and Winnetonka make up the #1 user of Netflix and Facebook in the world among Blue Coat's clients. Students were surprised to hear the news, but not necessarily concerned.
I was kind of surprised that we were the biggest user and we watched that much. Obviously, it wasn't something that they noticed beforehand, so it can't be making that big of a difference in our actual schooling.
I'm not sure it's bad though. I mean, it's a school computer, but when you're not at school, you can't really work on schoolwork, so.
The North Kansas City School District watched a total of 6.3 years of Netflix in a single month. That's over 55,000 hours of watching, enough to watch every episode of The Walking Dead on Netflix more than 1,000 times. Despite the large numbers, students and staff weren't very surprised that the students were using their computers this way.
A lot of kids that go to Staley really like Netflix, so it just makes sense that we're watching a lot since we have the opportunity.
The bottom line is, I think as adults and kids, that computer is just an endless source of fascination and entertainment and the wasting of time occasionally. Technology, we got to have it. We need to work with it. Kids need to have it. Are they using it all the time for appropriate things? Probably not. Our teachers? Probably not.
Although Netflix is now blocked during school hours, other movie-watching websites are still available to students. And with the endless entertainment that the web can provide, teachers agree that greater restrictions need to be put on the laptops to keep students focused on their schoolwork.
Yes, they should block all that stuff. I mean, they're supposed to facilitate learning, not provide an escape for learning.
Probably as much monitoring or blocking, restricting, whatever you want to say, that they can do, I guess would probably be for the greater good in terms of what they can do with it. But water's always going to find a way through somehow, The kids, I mean, they're smart. I mean, they're going to figure out how to get around it.
The district now holds a global title for better or for worse, but with Netflix blocked during school hours, students can focus less on movies and more on schoolwork. Reporting for STTV, this has been Adam Fries.
Let's be sure to use the computers responsibly, Staley.
Well, that's all we have for you this episode of Bird's Eye View.
Be sure to tune in next time, and don't forget to check out STTV on Facebook, Twitter, and at StaleyNews.com.
Make sure you continue to watch STTV every morning. Have a great day, everyone.